Greeting to Mr. Johnny MSI as a lecturer in the Industrial System Automation course. Here I will explain a little about our assignment entitled is Diaphragm and Spring Auto Actuator. But first I will introduce our group. The first is Davaritsky, Mada Devindra, Adi Zakiari, Ferry Purnama, and Harry Simon. What is actuator? Actuator are devices that convert energy into the directed movement. The type of actuator can be hydraulic, pneumatic, electromagnetical, or a combination of several of these technologies. Each type of actuator has a different way of working and characteristics. Actuator diaphragm and spring is a type of actuator that use compressed air to move the actuator rod. This actuator work by utilizing an elastic diaphragm which will move according to change in pressure reset. The advantage of diaphragm and spring actuator type is their low cost, even lower than other type of actuator. However, its large size and weight make its output capabilities more limited. Next is the component of actuator. First is diaphragm. A diaphragm is an elastic component made of rubber, fabric, or thin metal. This diaphragm function is convert air pressure into mechanical movement. Next is diaphragm housing. The diaphragm housing is a container that holds the diaphragm. This is diaphragm housing is usually made of metal or plastic. After the air pressure, after the display housing, next is spring. The spring function to return the diaphragm to the original position after the air pressure is removed. The spring usually made for steel. Next is uh, actuator rod. Actuator rod is a metal rod connected of the diaphragm. This actuator rod move the operate a valve or other device. Next is pilot valve. The pilot valve is a small valve used to control the flow of the into the diaphragm housing. This pilot valve is using controlled by pneumatic or electric signal. Next is air connection. Air connection is fitting use the connection the actuator to a source of compressed air. And the last is the cover. Cover is component used the practice in the internal component of the actuator from the dust and dirt. The next is how to the actuator works. The first is receiving a pressure signal. The actuator receives a signal in the form of the compressed air pressure from the external source. The next is pressure on the diaphragm. This air pressure is channeled into the diaphragm space, pushing against on the side of the diaphragm. Uh, the next is diaphragm movement. Because of the flexible nature, the diaphragm will bend in the opposite direction to the under pressure. The next is transmit movement to rod. This movement transmit to the actuator rod, which is connected to the diaphragm. Next is linear movement of rod. The actuator rod will move linearly up or down, depending on the direction of pressure applied. The next is role of spring. Throughout this process, the spring exerts convert force is the opposite of the direction of pressure. And the last is returning position. When air pressure is removed, the spring will pull the diaphragm back to its original position so that the actuator rod also return to its initial position. Next is diaphragm and spring actuator advantage. The one is price linear movement. Next is large force, low maintenance, longevity, simplicity of design, environment resistant, and relation low cost. Next is diaphragm spring actuator disadvantage. This is have a five. Number one is slow speed. Number two, temperature sensitivity, incompatibility with fluid, limitation in application, and the last is requirement compress air source. Um, Next is factor that affecting the performance of diaphragm and spring actuator. The in this factor have a three. Uh, the first is design and construction. Point number one is diaphragm material. Diaphragm can be made from the various materials such as rubber, coating fabric, or thin metal. The diaphragm material will affect its flexibility, strength, and resistance to temperature and chemical. Point number two is diaphragm shape. Diaphragm shape can have a various shape, such as a flat, convex, or conical. The shape of the diaphragm will affect the force and displacement produced. Point the last point is spring strength. The strength of the spring will determine of the force required to move the diaphragm. A strong spring will result in smaller moment rise and displacement. The next is operating condition. Point number one is pressure. The pressure applied to the diaphragm will affect the resulting force and displacement. Higher pressure will produce greater force and displacement. Next is temperature. Temperature. Operating temperature can affect the material properties of the diaphragm and spring. Extreme temperature can use the diaphragm to siphon or spring to lose its elasticity. Next is media. Media in connect with the diaphragm can affect wear and corrosion. Aggressive media can shorten the life of the diaphragm. Uh, Next is control characteristic. Point number one is speed. The speed of the diaphragm, actuator, and spring can be limited by the mass of the diaphragm. The stage of the spring can internal friction. Uh, Next point is precision. The precision of the diaphragm and spring actuator can be affected by hysteresis and non-linearly and vibration. The last is stability. The stability of the diaphragm and spring actuator can be affected by uh, fluctuation in pressure, temperature, and medium. Next is diaphragm and spring actuator implementation. Uh, this is have 3 point. One is valve control. One is water flow control valve. The diaphragm and spring actuators are often used in water flow control valve to control the flow of hot and cold water in faucet. Number two is pump uh, valve control is a water flow control valve. Diaphragm and spring actuator are the often used in water flow control valve to control the flow of hot and water in function. And next is tire air valve. Different actuator and spring also use the air valve to regulate the air pressure in vehicle tire. When air the pump in is inserted into the valve, the diaphragm is pushed, opening the valve and allowing air to enter the tire. The spring helps close the valve when air pump is released. Next is medical device. One is insulin pump. In diaphragm and spring actuator are used insulin pump to deliver insulin to diabetes. Air pressure move the diaphragm, which is pushes the plunger to release the insulin from the receiver. The spring help return the diaphragm to its position and stop the flow of insulin. Next is ventilator. Diaphragm and actuator and spring are also used to a ventilator to help patient breathe. The diaphragm move the back and forth, creating air pressure that help the patient inhale and exhale. The spring help return the diaphragm to its position to regulating flow. Okay, that's all my presentation. I hope it's useful for everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much.